Okay, we're going to start with the warm-up here, just some kind of active stretching and whatnot. So the first exercise we're going to do is called scation. What you're going to do is bring your arm up at a 45-degree angle, not quite all the way straight, not quite all the way to the side, kind of in between, bringing your arm up to about 90 degrees, just kind of level with your head. And you're going to do 8 to 12 repetitions of this for each arm, just to kind of warm up those shoulder muscles and get you going to do some exercise. Alright, our next warm-up is a gym class favorite. It's going to be arm circles. What you're going to do is hold out both your arms straight across your body, and then move them in a circular motion. First, going forward, we're going to do 8 to 12 repetitions. Then once you're finished with that, we can start to go the other way. And once again, this is just warming up your shoulder muscles. That way we can avoid any unwanted injuries while we're going through our actual exercise. Alright, our next exercises are going to require a wall with an even surface. Keep in mind that this exercise too shouldn't cause any excessive discomfort. If it does, let us know, and obviously in the moment of the workout, if you're experiencing that discomfort, discontinue it. But what you're going to do is come up to the wall, place your hand on the wall, and move your hand up as high as you're able to go. I have the limitation of the ceiling right here. Bear with me. And then you're going to bring it back down in a very controlled manner. You're going to do 8 to 12 repetitions per arm to warm up your shoulders. Alright, for our next exercise, we're going to be getting on the ground here and stretching out your back. So for this next exercise, you're going to want to sit on the ground with your feet out in front of you like so, about shoulder width apart. Sorry, technical difficulties working here on a laptop. And you're going to sit straight up and look forward. Bring your hands to the top of your head, and then breathing in and out on the exhale, you are going to round your upper back and your neck like you're wrapping around a beach ball in your lap, and then coming back straight up. Just doing this in a very controlled manner, not super quick. In total, we'd like you to do 8 to 12 repetitions, but do this per your comfort and what is within your abilities. Alright, our next warm-up exercise is going to be similar to the previous one. Same position, you're going to be sitting down on the floor, legs in front of you, about shoulder width apart. For this one, it's called the spinal rotation. What you're going to do is sit looking forward and rotate your torso to first either the left or the right, and then bring it back to the forward position. And you're going to be doing that 8 to 12 times. Just a very, once again, controlled motion, no sharp jerking movements. And you're going to do that 8 to 12 repetitions to the left and then to the right. Okay, and on to our final stretch of the warm-up. This is going to be another exercise stretching out your spine. So for this exercise, you're going to want to get on the ground, preferably a carpeted area, or use a yoga mat in a prone position. So on your stomach, laying flat. Let me get in position here. Let's see, there we go. And what you're going to do is lay down like so, and then extend your back, bringing yourself up, arms and legs, and then relaxing. And then just doing this in a very controlled manner, once again avoiding any sharp movements or jerking. And you're going to do this for either 8 to 12 repetitions, and this will once again will help stretch out your back and also assist in stretching out your shoulders and whatnot. So then we'll move on to our conditioning portion of this video. Alright, our first exercise here in the conditioning part of our workout is going to be a shoulder press. For this exercise, you will need a dumbbell. Or if you're not using any weight, that's fine too. I would recommend you try this exercise without any weight. If it feels too easy for you, then I would just grab your lightest pair of dumbbells and progress to what feels comfortable. For this exercise, you are going to be doing 1 to 3 sets, depending on what you feel comfortable with, how quickly you fatigue. And then in each set, you're going to be doing 8 to 12 repetitions. So I'm going to be doing it from a seated position. You can also do it standing. I'm simply doing it from a seated position because here in my apartment, I'm going to bump the wall, moving the weight over my head. So I'll go ahead and show you how this is performed. You're going to hold the dumbbell here, your arm at a 90-degree angle to the side, and you are going to raise this up above your head. So nice controlled movement. Keep your back straight. And slowly bringing the weight down. Alright, and then what we recommend is you do that each arm separately in order to just have a more controlled movement. That way you're not dropping weights or anything like that. And that is our first resistance exercise. Alright, so our next exercise is going to be called external rotation with a resistance band. So you'll be able to use the resistance band you either got from your senior center or the one that you told us you already had. So what I recommend with this exercise is you do it sitting down. You're going to sit up straight up and you're going to put your arms out at 90 degrees, like so, holding the band in between your two hands. And then what you're going to do with this exercise is pull outwards with your arms, trying not to bend at your elbows, and you are going to do 1 to 3 sets of this, and each set is going to conclude 8 to 12 repetitions. So yeah. Alright, for the next exercise, you're going to be on the ground. We're going to be doing a push-up, but modified to where you're going to have your knees on the ground. What we want to do is see how you feel with these push-ups, and then if you're feeling comfortable when we talk to you on Wednesdays, we can proceed to a regular push-up without any modification. So what you're going to want to do is get on the ground and have your knees out at about a 45-degree angle to your body. Have both your arms approximately shoulder width apart. You're going to look straight down and you are going to bend at your elbows, coming down as far as you can and then back up. And with this exercise, like the other resistance exercise we're doing, we're going to do 1 to 3 sets with 8 to 12 repetitions per set. Okay, for our next exercise, we will be seated and they are going to be shoulder blade presses. What you're going to do with these is squeeze your shoulder blades together. So I'll kind of show you what it looks like from the front and then what it kind of looks like from the side and the back. This one can be kind of a tough one to explain, but what you're going to do is sit up straight, arms to your side, and squeeze your shoulder blades back together, puffing kind of out your chest. I'll show you what it looks like from kind of the back and the side. So again, straight up and pushing your shoulder blades together in a very controlled, slow manner. You're going to do 1 to 8 sets of this exercise with 8 to 12 repetitions per set. Alright, the next exercise you're going to be doing, and this will be the last of your conditioning, the main part of this workout, is going to be lateral dumbbell raises. So you'll need your dumbbell, and what you're going to do is you can do this either seated or standing, preferably standing, just because that works kind of some of your back muscles as you're stabilizing yourself up and holding yourself straight up. But what you're going to do is hold the dumbbell down here to your side in your arm. A good way to kind of make sure you have good posture and do something with your other arm is hold it here at your hip, and all you're going to do is just raise the dumbbell out to your side to a 90-degree angle, so like so, then slowly let it back down, then bringing it back up, making sure you are having good posture while you're doing this, not slouching, making sure you're coming out to your side, not towards your front of your body. And once again, like all the other resistance exercises we've been doing, you're going to do 1 to 3 sets of this exercise with 8 to 12 repetitions per set. Okay, so we've completed the conditioning part of our workout. Now comes the cool down, where we're just going to be doing some range of motion exercises without any weight. So you won't need a dumbbell or anything like that. So we're going to start with what's called shoulder flexion. So you're going to hold your arms both down to your sides, grab your hip once again like we did with the lateral dumbbell raises. And what you're going to do is, I'm going to be using my right hand for this exercise. Just hold it down to my side and raise it with my thumb up like so. And I'm just going to do this a couple times to demonstrate how you should be just coming straight up in front of yourself. You should be doing 1 to 3 sets of this exercise with 8 to 12 repetitions per set. Alright, the next cool down exercise you'll be doing is called shoulder shrugs. So pretty straightforward here. You're going to want to stand up straight, good posture, and you're going to raise your shoulders up as high as you can. Give yourself a little bit of a double chin like myself, and let them back down. You're going to be doing this for 1 to 3 sets, and per set you're going to be doing 8 to 12 repetitions. So once again, bringing your shoulders up and then relaxing them down slowly in a controlled manner. Yeah, and that's that. Okay, our last cool down exercise is going to be really similar to the lateral dumbbell raise. It's essentially the same movement but without the dumbbell. So I'll demonstrate it here. So both your hands out to your side. If you'd like, with the arm you're not using for the exercise, you can hold it here on your hip. You're going to sit up straight, and you're just going to raise your arm up to your side, just to about 90 degrees. And do this for 1 to 3 sets. Per set, you're going to be doing 8 to 12 repetitions. Once again, this is just to cool down the body. Let your body wind down after you were using those weights. That way we can avoid any unwanted injuries with your exercise. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to our stretches here to complete our workout. So the first stretch we're going to start out here with is just a simple neck stretch. So what you're going to do is just kind of grab your head here and turn it to one side, and you're going to pull it just to the point where you're feeling a little bit of tightness here on the other side of your neck. You should feel slight discomfort, but nothing painful, nothing sharp. And you're going to hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. And you're going to release that, and we're going to do that on each side of your neck. So holding it for 30 to 60 seconds per side. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to be moving down to our shoulders, and it's going to be what's called a crossbody shoulder stretch. So it's going to be putting your shoulder across your body, cradling it with your opposing arm, and again holding it just to the point where you feel slight discomfort and tension here in your shoulder, but again, shouldn't be any sharp pains or excruciating pains here. And we're going to hold it for 30 to 60 seconds for each side. So we'd like you to do both shoulders since we've worked out both of them, and then continue on to our next stretch. Okay, for our next stretch, we're going to be getting on the ground, and we're going to be laying supine, so on your back, and we are going to be doing what's called a single leg stretch. So this will just help out stretch out your lower back as well as your hamstrings and your lower legs. Just a good overall stretch to get things going and cool things off. So what we're going to do is choose a leg and bring it up here to your chest, and then you're going to grab it here with your arms and push it upwards and towards your chest. We're going to be holding this for 30 to 60 seconds. Again, we're just going to want to create a little bit of slight discomfort, but nothing excruciatingly painful. And we're going to do this again for 30 to 60 seconds per leg. Okay, our next and final stretch is going to be called child's pose. So if you're familiar with any kind of yoga, this is a very common yoga stretch, just intended to stretch out your shoulder as well as your back. So what you're going to want to do is get in a kneeling position here on the ground. Set your buttocks kind of here at your heels, and then you are going to just stretch forward both your arms as far as you can go and as comfortable as it is for you. And you are going to hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. You're going to want to feel some stretching here in your back and your shoulders. Maybe some slight discomfort, but once again, not creating any excruciating pains. Please discontinue any stretches if they are creating unnecessary discomfort for you. So yeah, that will complete our exercise here. Alright, and this concludes our workout here for week 3. Once again, if you have any questions, please save those for when we talk with you on Wednesday. And I hope you enjoyed the workout.